everyone, welcome to the horror show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Marsh Parker.
And I'm Jaime and Fuego, guys. Bienvenidos, welcome. We have another in-theater review for you, and this is on one that is receiving a lot of attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a witch, may we burn her?
The Witch.
Yes, the witch, because of the interesting spelling that they used for this.
W.
Yes. Slow moving.
Slow
We
moving.
knew it was going to be, though.
We did. We definitely did. And I actually knew going into it that there was going to be a lot of sort of old English language, which we'll get into later on. It was frustrating at times.
Yeah,
But
kind
go
of
ahead.
tough to understand what they were saying, but the gist of what you get storyline-wise to start it out is you've got this family, and for whatever reason they are leaving their colony, and I don't think you really ever find out why they left. There was a disagreement about something.
The father was preaching
prideful.
a different way or
He's
something
being
like
very
that.
prideful, I think, and which
Yeah.
he remained to be throughout.
Yeah, which actually comes out later. I mean, so you have this family, and they decide to just go off on their own in the New England. It's still wilderness at that time, pretty much. I mean, we're talking like New England colonies. I don't even think that the United States was a nation yet, from what they were implying.
Didn't look like it.
Yeah, but yeah, so they strike out on their own, and they decide to start growing their own crops and doing their own thing. And there is something amiss right off the bat. I mean, they've got these spooky woods that are surrounding them, and the older daughter, she's maturing. She said we have a flawed family here is probably the best thing that I can say. They're all trying to do the best and make the best of kind of a crappy situation, but frustration is setting in, and all it takes is one little like kind of snowball thrown off the hill to start gaining momentum. Everybody starts turning on each other, and without getting too spoilerific, there's suspicion of a witch or multiple witches being in these woods, kind of pulling the strings on all of this frustration within the family.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, the inciting incident is in the trailer. If you guys have seen it, the disappearing baby
You're
trick.
right.
Yeah.
That's sort of the inciting incident.
It happens right off the bat too. I didn't
does.
think they were going to just jump into it as quickly as they did,
I'm
but
glad
they got right
did.
to it.
I mean, for jumping into it as quickly as they did,
it was-
the movie didn't move super quickly.
Yeah, well, we did get glimpses of something right at the beginning, and I thought they were going to pull the carrot a little further back and not give any reveal. I thought they were going to keep it more mysterious right off the bat, and they didn't. They pretty much confirm what is going on around them, and then it's almost like just looking in at the experiment and being like, oh, how are these little ants going to react to,
Yeah, that is kind of how it went. Marsha, what was your overall reaction to this one?
I was pretty bored mostly. I thought what they did show when it came to like the witch or the different incidences that happened that caused them to freak out and think that all this is happening to them and what's going on, those were done really well. But the story itself was flawed. It didn't have enough story there to carry a full movie. I think that I didn't like the whole I don't even know what it was that I didn't like. It was just because I don't even know half of what they were trying to do. Are you trying to talk about a witch? Are you talking about a family falling apart? Are you trying to make the girl?
About both.
The girl, yeah, but it wasn't. I don't think it was enough to really be a complete story. To me.
It's a fair opinion. I just wasn't that interested in the story or the way it played out, I suppose. Like, the whole turning on each other thing. Here's the thing. I've mentioned this in other reviews. I'm not a big fan of bunker movies.
And that's what this became.
Yeah, because
It's
bunker
exactly
movies
what
is
it
just
became.
people against people and what happens, who's against who and why, and who's lying and what's really going on. And it just frustrates me, and that's again what this boiled down to. I wanted more of the supernatural aspect.
Yeah,
we got a
that's
tiny bit.
why
We
I
got a
didn't
tiny
like
bit
it.
early on, and we got a little bit
At the
towards
end.
the end.
I felt like when they showed it, it delivered.
It did.
At least for
when
me.
they showed it, it delivered, but
They just
I
didn't
feel
show
like
nearly
they
enough.
should have had more, and then because then at the end, I'm not gonna spoil it, but at the end it was like, oh, okay, so that's what you're gonna. That's how it's gonna end.
I
Okay.
have some people that I've read really say they dislike the ending. I felt like that was some of the saving grace, some of the redemption
It was,
for
yeah.
the film. Was it going to the territory where I was like, they're not going to go there, and then sure enough they did, and I was like, okay, touche.
Yeah, by the end of the movie, it actually turned into, like, I summarized the plot differently after the movie than I did before the movie, which is an intriguing point to make. Now, let's dive a little bit deeper here, guys. We talked about the setting. How did you guys think that worked for the movie? I thought the woods are always appropriately creepy. I thought the early log cabin type thing, it played well for the movie.
I really like the woods because I like how they're really dense. It really gave you that whole like I'm in the middle of nowhere type of situation where there is no development, there's nobody else, because there's just dense woods. You can't even see where you're going. You get
the
lost.
feeling of isolationism that all the characters felt. And, I actually really liked how washed out in gray and just murky, and all of the characters, they're kind of shades of gray at the end of the day. Whether it's the little kids turning on each other and blaming each other and stuff, or whether it's the squabbles amongst the parents. I mean, I honestly, half of the characters I liked, and the other half I didn't like. The mom, I couldn't stand her character.
Segueing into the acting, obviously.
The acting.
Yeah.
The acting was effective. I thought that, father, he was believable. The little kids, though, those twins, pardon the expression, they were little and
annoying.
I was hoping that they were going to get it much worse than they actually did.
But it makes sense for the time period because they're all very Christian people, and she really played that role really well. Like, if for that time period, that's like her strictness, her ideas about religion and how things are supposed to be done, and all of them actually. I mean, that's how they acted, and that's what kind of bored me too, because I'm not so heavy into the religion aspect of it.
And coming from a big religious background for me, though, that's often where you can see some of the most hypocrisy, is when there's so much religion in your everyday life. And there was a lot of hypocrisy in this. Every single character, every single one. Back to the shades of gray and everybody being flawed and stuff. It was very evident.
Now back to the acting a little bit. I thought the dad was good, but he had such a thick accent that half the things he said went by me, and that was really frustrating. But overall, his acting was really good. He was constantly sort of confused, not knowing what to believe, so that was cool for me. Now,
whereas his wife seemed more dead set on everything in every instance, even when she was wrong most often.
Exactly. Now, we should point out, we should talk about the music, of which there was none.
Yeah.
I was like, what music?
Yeah, exactly. So there was no music that I can recall. So no fake mood setting up or real mood setting up.
All the tension was built with the facial expressions as opposed to with like music.
Creepy shots.
Which makes sense because you're in a.
There were some sound cues. Sound cues. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of screeching strings at a point or two.
Yeah,
but that's
or like
not melody. No melody.
Right. And stuff like that.
Right. The sound design was pretty cool.
Yeah, it just kind of goes back to their driving in that point of isolation. They're in the middle of nowhere. It is back in a time where you don't have a lot of music going on and to drive it. So.
I actually liked it. I didn't love it though, and once again, it feels to me like it's going to be one of those films that everybody's heaping so much praise upon. Is it the next It Follows or Babadook or something? People are making it out to be. I don't know if it deserves that praise, but I don't know. What about you guys?
It's definitely not that for me. But then again, It Follows wasn't that for me either.
No. Babadook was alright.
Yeah. Babadook was okay, but so there you go, guys. That's going to be our opinion of The Witch. If you agree with us, great. If not, fine. Let us know below though which way you fall. If you guys are looking for scares out of this, even though Stephen King says it's one of the scarier movies that he's seen,
it's very suggestive,
Yeah.
psychological. It depends what scares you, maybe.
Exactly.
I guess I wasn't scared.
I didn't get scared at all. Not
I would say, I hate to say this, I never say this, but I would say pass on the movie theater and just watch it at home.
VOD or Netflix. Yeah. That would be my opinion too.
Save your $20.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, you guys. I haven't done this before, but I want to at least knock it out this time. Fuego, you do something else that we do reviews for as well. So why don't you let everyone in the horror show know what else we got going on, because I occasionally help you out. Marsha is helping out on a particular thing, so let them know.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So, Fuego is yours truly. I'm so blessed to be working with an awesome team of peeps here at the horror show, but I do something where I have all of my friends moonlight on. It's called Infuegotainment. If you hashtag Infuegotainment, you can find all of the different news and reviews and coverage that isn't of the horrific variety. So whether it's superheroes, a little bit of sci-fi, action, even some comedy, animated stuff. Cecil and I have had some fun with Inside Out and not so much with stuff like Minions. So yeah, if you want to check out us doing something beyond the spooktacular, we got you covered as well.
Absolutely. So thanks again for watching, you guys. I've been Cecil Laird.
Marsha Parker.
They turned me into a newt, but I got better. I'm Jaime Infuego.
And until the next review, which will hopefully be better, stay scared.
A newt?